Hello, and welcome to Life of a Boss, the podcast, hosted by entrepreneur, public speaker, and mentor, Jason Hardin. This podcast is all about helping audiences create and reach their own definition of success through positive thinking, perseverance, and personal development. Having survived extreme obstacles from an early age, such as cancer, poverty, abuse, family dysfunction, and even homelessness, Jason has learned how to master the art of resilience and defy all odds to become the boss he is today. So, get ready for some serious game and remember to keep an open mind. Now, without further delay, here is your host, Jason Hardin.
Hello and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Life of a Boss, the podcast. I am your host, Jason Hardin, and I am absolutely grateful as always to be here. As you know, this podcast is the realest podcast on personal development because it's all about the things I've done, seen, been through, and witnessed personally. So I know it's rough, raw, authentic, true. You know what I'm saying? I'm only spitting things that I know personally that I can prove, guarantee. Things that happened to me, like, man, I made it to this because of that, because I did this, because I thought this, because I said that, because I believe this, because I moved like that. That's all this show's about. It's about everything I did, everything I thought, everything I had to work on, everything I had to improve, everything I had to understand, become aware of, tap into, address, fix, to be the boss that I was born to be. And I figure if I have a show and I talk about all those things and I bring up all those tidbits and little minute things that come up every day that millions of people experience, or that maybe even just one person was like, damn, that's me. I have that issue. I have that problem. And that's how you got over it. I'm going to try that too. That's what I do this for. So I don't care if my point or my story or my guest doesn't reach you today. I don't want you to stop listening. Because I'm sure that no matter what I'm on, what I'm talking about, what the subject is, that there's something to walk away with. There is something in here that you can use. That's why I do this. And today, my message is to let you know that the only toxic person you can fix with love is yourself. Let me repeat myself. The only toxic person you can fix with love is yourself. And I'm only saying that because there are so many of us that can become real bosses and better bosses and bona fide bosses if we wasn't stuck in our growth helping someone else who is stuck in their growth. And not just stuck in their growth, but unwilling to grow. To me, that's all a toxic person is just someone who is unwilling to grow. Not unable. Or they might be unable. But that could be a disability. You know, they're unable. They can't get it. But a toxic person is someone that can be better. Just unwilling. They can be honest. They can do right by you. They can respect you. They can treat you better. They can be fair. They can, they can. Just don't want to. Just don't want to. And so many of us stop growing or hinder our growth. Meaning we grow at such a slower rate because of helping and aiding and nurturing and what's that word? Enabling someone else who's toxic. Trying to bring someone who don't want to be brought with you to the world and land and environment of success, of progress, of love, of abundance. I don't know how many people I've known, close to me and not so close to me, that have totally destroyed their lives by giving it to someone else who destroyed their lives. So you know what I'm saying? That's really what they did. They gave their lives for other people who gave their lives for nothing. To a bad habit, to abuse, to addiction, to anger, to whatever. Didn't grow. It's almost like two people died. One person who was toxic and just, we had to write them off. They were toxic. And then the person that loved them to the point where they didn't become anything. They didn't become anything they wanted to be. They didn't accomplish anything they wanted to do. Why? Because they thought their love would fix this toxic person. They thought that if they kept loving them, if they kept enabling them, if they kept doing something for them, they would get better. And sometimes the best things we can do for someone is leave them alone. Like that's the best gift you can give to certain people. Ain't that sad? But it's true. And it's not necessarily sad. It's what has to be. And what has to be is never sad. It is what it is. And we should be at one with what has to be. So if we got to cut people out of our life, man, that's what we have to be. Be happy about it. But we cannot think that our love is going to fix somebody. We cannot think our love is the solution to someone else's problem that is toxic. And I think once we understand that, some of us, like I said, some of us know how to let people go. And if you know how to let someone go, I applaud you. You're ahead in the game. I'm one of those people. I'll let you go. All my relationship, I say this shit don't have to work out. That's one of my first statements. This shit don't have to work out. We're only here because we want to be here. Like, I'm only going to give you an out. I'm only going to give you an out. You can't fix another person with love. It's not your responsibility. It's not your duty. Unless you're a social worker. Unless you go to school for it now, I'm serious. Unless that really is your profession. And you at work fixing toxic people or dealing with, and your job isn't even to fix them. Your job is to give them a process. And you don't control the result, you only control the process. But that's the most we can do, is give someone a process to be better. But other than that, if they get fixed or not, that's not our problem. That's not our duty. That's not our life and death and dreams and hopes does not depend on someone else getting better. Sometimes we have to leave people behind. And And most of the time, it's people that need to be left behind a long time ago. People that didn't need to go this far with you in the first place. So don't ever think you can outlove someone toxic, man. I remember I was younger, man. I thought I had game. And I thought I can outgame a bad relationship. Like, man, I got so much game. I can fix this. No, nigga, you can't. You are not, you know what I'm saying? And I think we take it as a personal challenge as men. We get into relationships that become bad, or we start seeing the problems within them, within us, like, and we just forced to make it work. Why? Because we got into the relationship. Like, we just have to make this work. And no, it doesn't. It doesn't. I didn't have to fix that with game. I didn't have to love that person more and more and more to get them to love me right, or or to get them to act right, or get them to love themselves. I was not the solution to their problem, and I was trying to be. I was trying to create no problems with someone who wanted a problem, who was a problem. How many of you are in that situation? Trying to fix someone else's problem that they want, not a problem they want to get rid of. Like they're trying to, they don't want to live like that no more. They don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about trying to fix someone's problem who wants the problem, who welcomes the problem. That's what you're doing when you're trying to love someone toxic. You're trying to fix a problem that wants one. And it's not your responsibility to do so. And if you want to know how to fix it, I'm not going to leave you with no solutions. I'm going to give you one right here. Set boundaries. You ain't got to cut people right off. But you can set boundaries. And if people fall outside of those boundaries, then you know what? They got cut off. Boundaries is not about any individual person. It's about you. So you set boundaries that apply to everyone. Not everyone but the toxic person. Or everyone but your mama, your daddy, your kids. No, there's certain boundaries that can't no one cross. There's personal space that can't no one get to. I don't care how close they are to me. There's personal space. And it be close, but, depending on the person that I love, it's close, but it's still a barrier.
S-Class Productions.
A healthy barrier. I'm not going to let this person get me upset. I'm not going to let this person get me mad or wound up or agitated, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not letting people get that close. Only I can do that to me. Like I said, my self-love can fix me. But my love can't fix you if something's wrong with you and you're toxic and you don't want to get and you don't want to learn. You don't want to understand. You don't want to care. And that's what I'm trying to do in this episode. I'm trying to get all them bosses that would be bosses if they wasn't stuck on somebody that wasn't trying to go and grow and be somebody that they could be. I'm sure these people could be great people if they wasn't so stuck in being toxic. But I don't want that to be your problem. If you got a good head on your shoulders, if you know what you want to be in life, if you got dreams, aspirations, wishes, hopes, and work ethic, don't throw it all away in somebody who doesn't. Throw it all away on yourself. You deserve better. Anyway, man, that's my message, man. The only toxic person you can fix with love is you. All right? Time is precious and valuable, and the only thing that's worth anything to me. So use it wisely. All right. So until next time, remember that success is a lifestyle. Man, check out lifeofaboss.net. If you want to connect with me, man, check out my social media, Hardway Hardin on Instagram, Jason Hardway Hardin on TikTok, Jason Hardin on Facebook. Man, connect with me. That's the best place to get free game and inspiration and constant motivation, because I'm always posting something positive. All right, man. I love y'all. And until next time, peace.
Did anything stand out to you in today's show? If so, let us know. Your questions, comments, and concerns are important to Jason, as he is determined to always deliver to you only the most impactful information and content. Until next time, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and leave a review whenever possible. You may visit lifeofaboss.net for more episodes and great resources to help you become the absolute boss that you were meant to be. You can also follow Jason on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hardway Hardin. Thank you. And never forget that success is a lifestyle.